It's a sad day. It's really a sad day on so many levels. We certainly do not condone unacceptable behavior, and this does not in any way represent the way that the New England Patriots want to do things.
The NFL's 32 teams prize talent above all else, but their ultimate decisions to bring players into their franchises are usually colored by character. The football piece is part of the public domain.
Let's go!
And then, the real work begins behind the scenes.
We get into things, whether he's failed drug tests, his off-field behavior, the way he treats females. I mean, we'll go and we'll talk to sometimes the equipment managers, the trainers. We talk to as many people as we can.
Everybody has a security director, everybody has a team psychologist, and it's much more sophisticated and much more scientific than it's ever been.
Many times we've talked about players that we've missed on why did we miss. And I understand now that a lot of times we miss more on the person than we miss on the player. Every player is a risk.
The Cardinals' due diligence convinced them it was worth taking a chance on safety Tyrann Mathieu, even after he was dismissed from LSU.
We knew the risks that were involved, and at the end of the day, we felt comfortable because of the amount of information that we compiled. We felt like if we got him in a structured environment, he was going to be able to flourish.
Florida's Aaron Hernandez was a first-round talent, but his red flags dropped him down the draft board, and for some teams, took him entirely off it.
He was flagged at the outset. This is a risky guy. Let's not get in this business. We have other tight ends that we can go to here.
He would have been a 8-figure signing coming out of Gainesville and would have been a top 10 pick, but for all of this history.
The Patriots have a history of taking calculated risks. It's one of the reasons they've been the league's most winning team over the last dozen years. Paul Solitaroff, a senior writer for Rolling Stone, authored an August story about Hernandez titled "The Gangster in the Huddle."
What did the Patriots know about Aaron Hernandez's character before they drafted him?
They knew what 31 other teams in the league knew. They knew this kid was badly damaged goods. He's 9s and 10s across the board, except social development and susceptibility to influences. And there he gets a 1. And probably, if they'd done any work at all in Gainesville, they knew this kid was on a vector that was going to have him spin out wildly before he ever reached vesting age for the pension plan.
2 years after drafting Hernandez in the 4th round, the Patriots extended Hernandez's contract for an additional $40 million, including a $12.5 million signing bonus, the most ever for an NFL tight end.
I find it very risque to spend $40 million on an individual that they know might not get along with his teammates. He has some maturity issues. I'd say that's a serious risk right there.
Bob Long, a Massachusetts state policeman for 22 years, is currently a private investigator who specializes in risk management.
The Patriots have built a great reputation over the years, and it's terrible that something like this has happened to bring them down. But I'll tell you, for lack of due diligence is the reason why this happened.
That leads teams to weighing their thirst for winning versus the cost of possibly tainted talent.
I think somebody joked one time and they told me that if Hannibal Lecter ran a 4.3, NFL scouts would just consider it as a eating disorder.
Nobody has any magic dust that they can sprinkle on a player and assure you that he's going to succeed. It just doesn't work that way. We're dealing with human beings, and by definition, they're flawed.